ViSalus offers a multitude of products to increase your fitness level, your lean muscle, and even your income. ViFit can help you get healthy and build lean muscle whether you are on the field or in the stands. Or if you need to shed some pounds to kickstart your health regimen, accepting the 90-day challenge can bring you above or beyond your goal. ViSalus is also becoming a popular method of fundraising for booster clubs, allowing teams to get healthier bodies and budgets. Contact Brandy today at 678-294-1153 to find out how ViSalus can improve your life. We are a proud sponsor of the Bartow Sports Showcase.
Hey, this is Mary Elizabeth.
And Will. Louie, come back here.
Anyway, while Will chases Louie down, I want to talk to you about Louie's Cafe. We're located in the Goodwill Shopping Center, right across from the hospital on Highway 41. We're open from 6:30 to 2, Monday through Friday, and we offer a full breakfast Saturday mornings.
Here, you hold him. We have fresh sandwiches, delicious salads, and the best coffee in town. With our indoor and outdoor seating, drive-through, call-ahead ordering, and a full line of catering, we make it easy to fit breakfast or lunch into your schedule. We may not be the best thing since sliced bread, but we are the best thing on it. Come see us at Louie's Cafe.
Fox Sports News go now.
I'm Deb Carson. An apology from Rams defensive coordinator Greg Williams, formerly with the Saints. The NFL says he, between 2009 and 11, orchestrated a reward program for players who inflicted injury on opposing players, resulting in players being carried off a field or knocked out of the game. Williams says, quote, "It was a terrible mistake. We knew it was wrong while we were doing it. Instead of getting caught up in it, I should have stopped it. I take full responsibility for my role. I am truly sorry," end quote. Now, the NFL says Coach Sean Payton was not involved in the program, but was aware of it and did nothing to stop it. While the Ravens have used their franchise tag on Ray Rice, in the Major League Baseball, the league will expand its playoff format to 10 teams beginning this season, adding a second wild card in each league. Sports news as it happens on Fox Sports Radio.
This is Patty with Red Top Mower. Great yards demand equipment as dedicated and hardworking as you. Husqvarna is the world's largest producer of quality outdoor products, offering a full line of lawn and garden equipment, from trimmers and mowers to tillers and blowers, and so much more. Like the new Husqvarna utility vehicles, tough enough for the job site, the farm, or extreme off-roading, and priced right. Visit Red Top Mower on Highway 41, 8 miles south of Main Street in Cartersville, or at redtopmower.com. Now offering 0% 36-month financing with approved credit on qualifying purchases. Husqvarna, tame the wild.
Gather around your radios, my friends, and listen. For too long, we have spent our weekends driving back and forth from some home improvement warehouse, looking for the right kind of light bulbs, searching for an air filter that actually fits. No more. We will go to Ace. Get help from people who know their stuff. Get it the second we walk in, and do it all before our second cup of coffee. My friends, it's time to get your weekend back.
Come see us at 924 West Avenue, Cartersville. Ace, the helpful place.
Do you want a healthier alternative to a carbonated energy drink? ViSalus Science has developed 2 instant and long-lasting energy drinks for more energy and better performance. ViSalus Pro and Go energy drinks are designed for everyone that lives a very active lifestyle. Both drinks can be taken anytime for long-lasting energy and better performance. The great and natural way to get ready for that big game. To order, contact Brandon East at 404-642-7355. ViSalus Pro and Go, the great alternative for healthy energy.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Bartow Sports Showcase on News Talk AM 1270 WYXC. Got Will Sprague in the studio with me. How you doing, Wilbur?
I'm doing great. Don't you love how John puts the emphasis into how excited he is about Friday nights? You should be excited about Friday nights.
I am excited about Friday nights.
Sports Talks on WYXC Radio.
Did you forget where you were?
No, I didn't forget where I was.
Oh, okay.
I got to remember how to get home, but other than that, we're in good shape.
You got GPS on your phone? Or
I do?
I guess.
Can you show me how to use it after the show?
Yeah, I'll show you how to use it.
Thank you.
I'll map quest it and print it out for you. Can you read a map? Oh, God. Is Mary Elizabeth at home?
I don't know. I don't know anything. I rodeo all across the country for 6 years, and I can't use a stinking map, okay? I never actually got to a rodeo.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew something was wrong with that.
Been to Canada and Mexico twice. Not on purpose.
Wrong turn. Hey, boys, this was
I just
good.
keep heading south till I get home, and I was in Mexico. Then I turned around and went north.
Ended up in Canada. You got you some tacos and some maple syrup.
Together?
No, not
That's
together.
disgusting.
Not together.
You're weird.
You're weird.
I know.
That's why you're in here with me.
That's right.
Just wanted to say hi to everybody tonight, and just want to give a big shout out to our sponsors right before we get started. Ace Hardware, Carswell, John Payne, the group over there right off West Avenue. They're great. Anything you need to help improve your home, light bulbs, electrical, anything, lumber, stuff for the garden, for the lawn, go out and see them. They're great. They support us. We ask that everybody go out and support them, and we just really appreciate them sponsoring our show. And I'm gonna let you talk about this place. Well, I know you know a little bit about this place, Louis Cafe. Do you know anything about that place?
I don't know where I am. Yes, I know about Louis Cafe. Louis Cafe is a top-notch restaurant here in Cartersville. We're a breakfast, lunch, coffee, espresso, really about anything that you want we can, muster up and find. But we do biscuits, bagels, muffins, all this fun stuff, and then sub sandwiches, grilled paninis, spinach wraps, and we also have the best coffee in Cartersville. And if you don't believe me, give it a try. If it ain't, I'll buy it back.
I'm not going to say the best coffee in Cartersville because you remember the trip me and Brandy took for our wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
And we looked all over Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, that side of Tennessee, Cherokee, and we couldn't find any coffee that was as good. And I called you to let you know.
Yes, you did, and texted me several times as well.
I
ruined their vacation. And anyone out there that goes out of town and can't get our coffee that's addicted to it, I severely apologize. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. Is here when you get back.
That's right.
Except on Sundays.
Well, we got some coffee from Louis before we left, and then we got some when we got back.
Maybe we should have filled a cooler up, put a little straw in it.
Yeah.
Next
one
time.
of the big, huge igloo coolers.
Next time.
2 straws.
All right.
Well, I just wanted to, just let everybody know that we are doing high school baseball here on WYXC. We've got a game tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock, as long as the weather is permitting. Cartersville Purple Hurricanes are going to be playing Parkview. Cartersville's ranked 3rd in AAA. Parkview is ranked number 1 in 5A in the state. They are a great team, and we will be covering that game. The game starts about 1 o'clock. We'll be coming live from Richard Bell Field out there in Atco. So tune in tomorrow. We're going to really enjoy this game. Me and Frank Sieber will be at the stadium bringing it to you live, and Will's going to be at the cafe fixing everybody coffee for before and after the game.
Absolutely. And if you want to call and talk about the baseball game this weekend, if you're going to be going or if you're playing in it or know someone that is, you want to give us a call at 770-382-1270. That's 770-382-1270. We just talk about some sports because we're going to get this sports show kicked off because we've been talking about enough stuff other than sports for the last however many minutes. So.
That is true. We, talking about high school baseball, we did the Daresville Cass game up at the Daresville this past Tuesday, and it started out as a great game. 2 great pitchers started out, Cody Kramer for Daresville and Tyler Gates for Cass, and it was a 1-hit shutout for both teams. Cass had the only hit through about 3.5 innings, and it was just a great, great game. And then about the 4th inning, Cass got a run. Daresville came up to bat. Daresville got 2 runs. Kramer came out of the game. Gates was still in the game, and then it just opened up from there. The 5th inning, I don't remember exactly how many runs were scored in the 5th inning Cass scored the majority of them. It got insane. I'm trying to remember the kid's first name. Ayers, number 9, he played shortstop for Cass, hit a grand slam.
Awesome.
And it just went from there.
I always wanted to do that. I did it once, but it was on a Little League field, and I was 16. But I got it over the fence.
Well, attaboy.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
I didn't even have to hit it off a tee or anything. It was awesome.
We're so proud.
Someone underhand pitched it to me. It was great.
But I mean, this kid, he hit the ball, and I'm doing the play-by-play, and I pretty well stopped talking because I was watching this ball. It was It looked like it was 5 miles in the air, and it was moving in slow motion. it was one of those moments you're like, do something. Come on, drop.
Come on,
going.
gravity. Come on, gravity.
But
I didn't need wind or gravity. Something happened.
Something. Well, the wind was blowing out.
Yeah.
So I think that helped it a little bit, but it was just a beautiful game.
That's what I say about my golf game.
All right, then.
Unless I'm hitting into the wind, then I blame it on the wind.
Then you blame it on the wind.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you're hitting into the wind, it's one thing, but if you're hitting with the wind, it's a different
It's all
thing.
muscle then.
Oh,
I mean, it's all muscle then. Hitting with the wind, I mean, that's how you get it over 300 yards.
Oh, my God.
Wind at the tail. So let's talk about the game with the Hurricanes tomorrow. Defense is definitely going to be key with holding down Parkview, because Parkview is going to have some big hitters.
It's going to be. I think it's going to be very similar to the Carsville-Marist game that we did.
Mm-hmm.
It started out. I mean, Carsville came out gunning. They got 2 runs. Then they got 2 more runs in the next inning, and Marist was shut out.
Yeah.
But Marist came back and scored 2 runs, or they scored a run middle of the game and 2 more in the top of the 7th, and made it a 1-run game. So you never can count anybody out.
Yep.
The game looked like it was over. Carsville's got some young players, just like Adairsville's got 2 returning starters. They're starting 6 sophomores on baseball this year, and they've only got 3 seniors. So they're an extremely young team. They are 0-2 for the season right now. Both losses came to Cass.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be a battle for them to improve and to get these young guys to step up.
They'll get there.
They'll get there. And, talk to Coach Bishop after the game Tuesday, and he was impressed with how they started the game, how well they did, but they've got to do it the entire game.
Well, Parkview's not going to beat them, swinging the big runs and, hitting it over the fence. They're going to beat them. Parkview's got a lot of speed. They're going to be shooting the gaps, taking those bases, and they're just going to keep the game, keep control of the game. That's what Carsville's going to have to do. Is get on top of them to keep that defense up and keep them down, keep those plays, keep them from making those little plays. Is Parkview's going to win on a big play, or could win on a big play, but they're going to win on those little plays, constant little plays.
Yeah, I mean, Carsville's got some good pitchers. They've got some pitchers that don't have a lot of experience pitching in games, but
that's when coaching comes into factor with that.
And Coach Chester over at Carsville, they don't put their lineup together for that game till about 15 minutes prior to the game, because they want to find out, well, am I going to need my best starting offense out there, or am I going to need my best defense out there, depending on who they're playing. And I think with Parkview, it's going to be a very similar game to the Marist game, and a very similar game to the I'm trying to think of who they just played. I think it was Lassiter that Carsville just. Yeah, it was Lassiter that Carsville just got through playing, and they won. But they won, but they walked in. Lassiter walked in a run, and that's how Carsville won. A win's a win.
Yeah, I'll tell you how you can get it, but yeah, they're just going to have to play a solid game to beat Parkview. But hey, they can do it.
They can do it.
They've got the talent this year. They've got the confidence behind them. They got 3 wins, right?
Yeah, or 2 wins. 2 wins. They're 2-0. Carsville's 2-0. Cass is 2-1, and Woodland is 2-1.
I can't count. It's ridiculous.
It's okay. It's okay. Look, 2.
Peace, brother.
No, 2.
You're telling me? Oh, okay. Field goal.
No, that's this. That's touchdown. That means field goal.
I don't know.
Okay, we'll work with you on it.
Thank you.
All right. But give us a call, 770-382-1270. If we want to hear from you, want to talk about the baseball games, if you want to talk about anything high school related, or you want to talk about anything else, just give us a call, 770-382-1270. Last Friday we were talking about how we had 3 teams make it to the state basketball playoffs: the Carsville boys, the Carsville girls, and Woodland.
Yep.
The Woodland boys. Woodland actually went on an 18-game winning streak throughout the season. They had only lost 1 game, and they didn't win region. They lost to Chattahoochee.
Yeah.
And they placed second in the region. Everybody made it to the state basketball playoffs and lost first round.
Ugh.
I mean, it's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
And I know, especially Woodland, with the momentum that they had going into it, But we just want to give them a shout out and say congratulations on
the great season, guys.
It's a great season.
Don't keep your heads up.
Carswell really wasn't looking like they were going to even make the region tournament, much less the state tournament, and they just turned it on late in the season, made the tournament for region, then they turned around and made the tournament for state, and they exceeded what I think was their expectations. With Woodland, I'm not sure they exceeded it. The Lady Canes, I know they were upset about. They made it all the way to the third round last year. They were looking to make it to the championship round this year, and they just fell a little short. But, congratulations to them. I know they were excited about making it to state. So it's been an up and down season for a lot of the basketball programs here, and you just can't get your head down. You just got to pick it back up and move on.
Absolutely, and build for next season. And those of y'all are moving on to hopefully the next level, go play in college and take what you learned in high school and take it on to the next level.
Yeah. And, just some other stories about some of the local stuff we got going on. The Woodland Wildcats baseball team, they had 15 hits against Kennesaw Mountain and won 9-2.
Kennesaw Mountain's nothing to sneeze at. They're a good team.
No. And they were one of the few unbeaten teams left in 5A, and Woodland knocked them out.
Go Wildcats.
I mean, they won 9-2. It was a very dominating performance for Woodland. They're looking to really come alive this year. They've got some guys that have never started, kind of the same way with Adairsville and Cartersville, matter of fact, and step it up and get to that next level. They made it to the playoffs last year, but they didn't make it past the first round.
Yeah.
So Woodland's really looking to step it up this year and get to that next level, and we'll be covering some of their games. And
they're 2-1 for the season so far. So I mean, they're by no means in a position where they can't do well for the rest of the season. Hopefully they can keep that coming. They keep hitting the ball like that. People are going to have a hard time keeping them down.
Camden McGill, he led the team offensively. He went 4 for 5 at the plate with 2 runs and a double for the game. I mean, that's great against a team like Kennesaw Mountain that has a good program, has a good program. That's a good Gochi over there at Woodland was just pleased about how all his guys played. He was just very pleased, and congratulations to them. That was a great win for them, and it's just great to see some of the programs here around town and in the county doing what they are. We talked about the wrestling programs, about how some of the teams, how well the teams did, how well they did individually. Basketball, baseball, Adairsville making it to the second round in football playoffs. Yep. Everybody's starting. It's looking like they're improving, and
people are going to be looking to Bartow County as a powerhouse in high school sports. I think that's just awesome.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I really think they are, and it's we've got kids that are signing every day, every week to go play sports in college. Like Kaylee McDermott, she's gonna from Carswell. She's a soccer player for the Lady Canes over, and she's going to play soccer at Young Harris.
Young Harris is a tough school soccer-wise. Soccer's a big deal at Young Harris.
Yeah, I mean, and she's getting that opportunity to go play soccer in college.
Absolutely.
Or you've got this kid Brack Bagwell from Woodland. He's going to play baseball at Shorter.
All right.
I mean, and we've had
to watch him play some local.
Yeah, I mean, Shorter's just right down the road. He's not going far from home, but Shorter's got a good program.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's
launch him into the next level, maybe.
Hopefully, I mean, very, very hopefully. And Cody Kramer from Adairsville, he signed with Georgia to go play baseball. He's being looked at by a lot of professional scouts for pitching and to play third base because he's got that great arm and he can hit very well. So I mean, we've got a lot of kids that are making it to the next level, whereas maybe in past years we didn't have quite as many. Yep. We're getting better athletes, I guess you could say. They're coming up, as they grow up, they're getting the training and stuff that they need.
Coaches are doing a good job bringing these kids up and putting them in the environment to succeed. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see how well everybody's doing, and give us a call 770-382-1270. We want to hear from you. Kind of staying on the whole local high school thing. Richard Samuel, He went to Cass High School, played football for Cass.
Yep, played middle linebacker and running back.
And he signed with University of Georgia a couple years ago to go play football there. I'm sure everybody now is aware of Richard being at Georgia. Had that great game against Florida this past season, scored the winning touchdown for Georgia. And, I know everybody's been very critical of Isaiah Crowell over this past season and in the offseason. But Richard's gotten to know Isaiah pretty well. And he, everybody, like I said, everybody's been very critical of him. I know we've talked to Kevin about it before, and, he said they hadn't been hearing a lot out of him. Well, there's been some things coming out about Isaiah Crowell in this offseason, especially with the addition of the 2 new running backs recruiting in this recruiting class. Richard said, I knew Crowell was working hard, but I did not expect everyone to be talking about it at Wendy's press conference. He has definitely got his team's attention. I've seen that he's grown and learned from things that have happened throughout the season. He has a harder work ethic. He's working towards a goal instead of just going through the motions. He just didn't know what it takes. It's a different level. You have to do more and put in more from high school to college. So now he's realizing what it takes that you have to put in.
Well, it's good he's got a mentor. Richard Samuels, I've met him, and you've met him, I know. And he's a great young man. I think, one thing he's really going to bring to Georgia this year is some leadership. He's seasoned, he's experienced. He's now suffered through some turmoil early in his freshman year, and he's in with injuries last year, and he's going to be able to help be a leader on the offense this year to help, especially people like Crowell. Crowell needs some guidance, and it maybe that Richard Samuels is that guy. And if you played with Richard, you know Richard well, you want to call and talk about him, I mean, we're excited to see him this year. I can't wait to see what he's going to bring to Georgia this year. But again, I think that leadership, and hopefully, like you were just talking about with Isaiah, he's going to be able to bring that leadership, that senior experiences. He's going to be he'll be a senior this year, won't he?
Richard will, yeah. This is his last year at Georgia.
So, yeah, that's what we like to see. You want to see these guys grow, not only physically and in athletic ability, but you want to see them grow, as leaders. You want to see them grow up to be in those leadership roles. Even if you're not the team captain, you can still encourage these young guys coming in. Keep your nose clean and work hard.
I mean, Richard's got that personality and that work ethic, and you've seen him. We've seen him grow at Georgia. We've seen
literally.
Literally, that's a big old boy.
Absolutely.
I got the pleasure of meeting him this past summer at a football camp that Coach Casco over at Cass was having for little kids, and he was doing a great job out there for them. So and he's just grown as a person. He's grown mentally as an adult, and he's got that work ethic and that mental stability that he needs to help pass on to these younger kids. Coach Rick has a program going on down there at Georgia that is kind of like the Big Brother, Big Brother. He gives all the young players, freshmen, sophomores, an upperclassman to hang out with, for the upperclassmen to get to know him, to show them the ropes, whether it comes to the football program or around school, or and it helps keeps an eye on these younger guys. And I can't think of the guy's first name, but his last name's Avery. He's in line to pretty well be the starting tight end for Georgia this coming year. He's Crowell's big brother, and he knows him better than anybody else on the team because he's his quote-unquote big brother. And he's saying the same thing Richard is. He's extremely impressed about how he's been doing, the way he's been working, just the things that he's doing on and off the field. He's just extremely impressed. And he pretty well let it be known to all these reporters at this last news conference. Arthur Lynch is Crowell's big brother. He pretty well let into it. He goes, hey, y'all need to get off him. Y'all need to leave him alone. He's working hard. He's growing up. He's coming into his own. After he had a great season at Georgia as a freshman, he's getting better. He's got a better mental state. He's not just going, well, I'm the number one recruit here. I'm just going to walk around and do what I want. That's not the case anymore. He's got competition.
You can't walk around and do what you want on a SEC football field because you're going to get knocked. You're going to get lit up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're going to light you up, and he knows that now.
Yeah.
And, everybody was very critical of him during the football season, but, he seems to have realized some things. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's just, I'm glad to see that he's growing up some, and I'm glad to see that he's doing better. It's just, I hope that he continues on that
Absolutely.
same track.
And he could be, a lot of people are critical of players, and I was critical of him, and, I hold him to a high standard because that's my alumni money that's paying his scholarship to be there.
Yeah.
I donate that money, I expect him to perform to a certain level, but, he could end up being one of those leaders, too, when he's a senior or junior and a senior say, hey, look, I've been here, guys. I came in with that head held high. I'm number one guy. Don't do that. Don't be like I did, and I'm going to help you be a better player this season.
That's right. Well, we got about 10 seconds left before the break. We'll be right back with the second half of the Bartow Sports Showcase on News Talk AM 1270 WYXC.
I'm Tony White, GNN Sports. The Atlanta Falcons are placing the franchise tag on cornerback Brent Grimes, assuring he will receive more than $10 million if he signs the tender. Grimes, who led the team with 17 passes defensed in 2011, is one of the most important names in an unusually large class of 17 unrestricted free agents in Atlanta. Center Eric Dampier has signed with the Atlanta Hawks for the rest of the season. The Hawks initially signed the 15-year veteran February 9th when the team was shorthanded at center following injuries to Al Horford and Jason Collins. Pirates pitcher A.J. Burnett's undergoing surgery today to fix a fractured right orbital bone. The veteran pitcher was hurt Wednesday when a ball he tried to bunt hit him near the right eye. And country music star Jason Aldean has realized his dream of working out with his favorite baseball team, the Atlanta Braves. Aldean practiced with the Braves for 2 hours yesterday, trailed by a film crew taping a segment for the GAC reality show, Day Jobs. That's sports. I'm Tony White on the Georgia News Network.
Fox in the Fast Lane.
Matt Kenseth admits it's difficult to focus on this week's race at Phoenix after winning Daytona.
When we get to Phoenix, you got to forget about it and go racing all year and try to work toward the ultimate goal of winning a championship.
After a decent run last fall at Phoenix, Brad Keselowski rates his chances this year as
more than optimistic to go to Phoenix and hopefully not just spot a great finish, but maybe even contend for a win.
And NASCAR okays Keselowski to keep his cell phone with him during races. Keselowski was on Twitter during the Daytona 500's 2-hour delay, tweeting and even picking up over 140,000 new followers. And Jimmy Johnson's crew and car chief suspended for 6 races after Johnson's car failed an inspection before Daytona. Crew chief Chad Knaus fined $100,000 and Johnson docked 25 points, sending him to Phoenix with negative 23 points. Fox in the Fast Lane. I'm Marjay Tashina, Fox News Radio.
With 35 years' experience, Richard Barnes Concrete takes pride in our work and would like the opportunity to be of service to you. Richard Barnes Concrete can handle any of your concrete or masonry needs. We can repair existing concrete, color and stamp new concrete, build columns, garden walls, and outdoor fireplaces. If you need a backyard escape, we can design and build it. Please visit us at gaconcrete.com or call 770-546-0138.
Hi, this is Bruce Thompson with the Bruce Thompson Allstate Insurance Group. We're proud to sponsor the Game of the Week. It's another way we enjoy investing back into our community. Insurance is another great investment you can make. Whether it's home, auto, life, or your recreational vehicles, you can know you're in good hands with the Bruce Thompson Allstate Insurance Group. Why not give our team a call today so you can have a peace of mind tonight? Caring for our customers and our community at Bruce Thompson Allstate Insurance Group. Please call 770-606-1092.
Able Management Service is a full-service property management company located in Cartersville, Georgia. It offers property management servicing Bartow and the surrounding county. Able Management provides tenant procurement, background checks, along with handling eviction process, re-keys, board-ups, and trash-out. Able Management can help you find the special home that you're looking for. We also handle lease purchases and corporate housing. Contact us today whether you're looking for a place to rent or for someone to manage your property. You can call us at 770-607-4001 or catch us on the web at www.ablemanagement.biz.
Our local high school baseball teams work hard to look great on the field every night, while I work hard every day to help my clients look good and feel great. Hi there, my name is Adina Harper, and I'm a professional image consultant. I can help you with your skincare and glamour customer needs. Make sure to ask me about a complimentary makeover session to help you with that new professional look. You can find me at adinaharper.com. And remember, I'm here to help you look good and feel great.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game.
Welcome back to the Bartow Sports Showcase here on WYXC AM 1270, Cartersville, Georgia.
Did you wash your hands?
No, I had about 5 Red Bulls and a cup of coffee between the break here. I'm feeling really good. I'm ready to go. Let's go. Second half. Let's go. 20 minutes and 54 seconds to get all this out. Let's go.
Touchdown! Before we get started, I've got to say 2 words for someone that I know that's listening, Miss Patty Lovelace, Red Top Mower. I've got to say this
Go
for
Dogs.
her. Silly goose.
Silly goose?
Silly goose.
Yeah, I call my wife silly goose all the time. But that's because she is.
Do you know anybody that actually still uses that phrase?
Every day we use it at the house.
No, I'm aside from the 2 of y'all.
Well, there's no one else other than obviously Patty that's weird enough to use it.
Well, no, that was just kind of brought up in a story that I had told her about when me and Brandy were at Walmart one night. We were trying to pay for something in the self-checkout, and it wasn't going very well. And
because you can't use your looks in the self-checkout. You know that, right?
Yes, you can.
You can't use your press pass. You can't shove it in the dollar bill slot. I work for Fox News Radio affiliate. Give him free stuff.
I've got a little barcode on the back of mine. I just scan it. Tommy is not aware of that, so, I guess he is now. But that's not the point. We went and got the little girl that monitors all 4 of them. She goes, well, you silly goose, why didn't you just come and get me? I didn't know what to say. I didn't know if she was being serious or if she was joking, or she was definitely serious.
That's too funny.
She called Brandy a silly goose twice.
Maybe she should take the hit.
I had to walk away so I did not laugh in this girl's face. I had to. But, I had to say that for Miss Patty, and I was also asked to say hi to Miss Cindy Lou from where she lives in Tennessee. She listens to the show. I want to say hi to her. We appreciate her listening. She didn't get to catch the show last week, but she listened to. We recorded it and we put it on YouTube and posted it. I want to say hi to her. She says she loved listening to the show. She really appreciates everything that we do to get the news out there about Georgia and any other sports that we've got going on. So, hi to Cindy, and we really appreciate you listening all the way up there in Tennessee. Are you okay?
Yep, I'm good.
I'm sorry no one else saw that. You looked like you were in pain.
Oh, it's just the Moe's coming. Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's funny. I went to Moe's today, honestly, after I left work, because I own a restaurant and I didn't eat lunch. Yeah, so I'm stupid. I'm just that kind of guy.
It's understandable.
Yeah, well, if you're not in the business, you don't know when you're there. You're just going so busy, then you clean everything up. You're like, oh, man, I forgot to eat. I'm about to get it all dirty again. So, anyways, I go to Moe's. I tell them, I'm hungry. I got to eat. And they said, you own a restaurant. I was like, I know, but I didn't have time to eat. And I cleaned up, and then, anyways, so Moe's coming back.
You all right?
I'm doing great now. I'm doing great.
You look like you exploded a little bit over there.
Yeah, we got some inclement weather coming in tonight, don't we?
Yeah, I'm looking at the radar right now. The radar. I'm looking at the radar.
What with the radar? Water. Well, I'm gonna get you a little wooden spoon with your name on it, hang it up here. So every Friday you had to look at it up there at the sports showcase, and if you do something stupid, I'll smack you with it.
Smack you.
It'll
with
be
it.
here next week.
Sorry, I got
Tommy. I need to put in an acquisition request for a wooden spoon. All right, we got the thumbs up.
Good luck. Good luck with getting it, because I'll have to go pick it up. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, I'm looking at the radar right now, and we've got some bad weather moving in. Right now, Chattanooga's getting hammered. It's still just that side of Alabama. It hadn't really come into Georgia yet.
It's starting to touch into the Rome, so hopefully y'all can get home, get safe, and get through the radio show before you get to the inclement weather. But, just if y'all just make sure you're prepared and, keep your eyes and ears open for tornadic activity.
Tornadic?
That is an actual word,
I believe you, but
that's a grammatical correct word there. But if for some reason you do sustain a little bit of damage from some wind, there's going to be some pretty severe wind, if you haven't noticed already, as the cats and the dogs go blowing by the front of the house. If y'all do sustain any damage and you need some help with some stuff, make sure you go see the folks at Red Top Mower. Go down and see Patty. She can hook you up with with some chainsaws. You lose power. They have generators. Got me saying Gosh, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. So if y'all need some help, they've got chainsaws, and they got mulchers, all the stuff that you need to clean up after some storm damage. Make sure you go down there and see them. See Patty Loveless, give her a hard time for us, call her a silly goose, and pick you up a new Husqvarna or Honda piece of equipment. They will take care of you.
And if you're lucky enough, you'll get to see my little buddy Maddie down there. She's awesome. She's like 8 months old and runs the whole place.
Is this a child or a animal?
Child.
I didn't know. You didn't specify. You're holding up this little small thing.
It's Miss Patty's granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
It's my little buddy.
All righty.
We hang out, talk business.
I did the same thing with Louie.
I know.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh, I know.
So, anyways, y'all be safe tonight, and if you have any storm damage, make sure you look up Red Top Mower down there on the south side of town.
Getting in to some University of Georgia stuff.
Is that music from the Gates of Heaven I hear?
Yes, I believe it is. Do you see it? Do you see it?
I see the light, but I think it's a computer screen.
Oh, crap. April 14th, Athens, Georgia, G-Day game.
I will be listening via remote.
I know. It's okay.
I have a cousin that's having their first baby, and I'm going to go to their baby shower, and I wouldn't miss it for the world because they're excited it's their first baby, and first baby on that side of the family, actually. So we'll be in Alabama streaming the Georgia game through the phone because there ain't no way we'll be able to hear it down there.
I would say that's going to be a little rough on you, ain't it?
That's all right.
It's all right. But, we really appreciate, Kevin calling in, and I know, Wilbur. I know I can't help it sometimes.
Wooden spoon.
What'd I tell you about doing that? What did I tell you about doing that? Not till we're off the air.
Nope.
Crap. We really appreciate Kevin Weekly calling in. He's got a Facebook page, Georgia Fans that Support Coach Mark Richt. He hasn't been able to call in the last 2 weeks. He's had some personal family stuff going on, and we just ask that everybody out there listening keep him in your thoughts and prayers, him and his family, and just hope that they all get through this very well. And Kevin, we're all thinking about you. We really appreciate everything you do for us for the show and calling in and giving us the information that you've got that's better than any information that I can find. And Kevin, we just hope everything works out for the best for you and your wife. And we look forward to having you back on the show. But I'm on his page right now, and he's got a quote up here from Coach Richt, and it says, "I don't recommend asking Coach Richt about the play calling." We've talked about it back and forth quite a few times. We've had people call in, and if you want to call in, give us a call 770-382-1270. We'd love to hear from you. And we've had people call in and talk about Bobo, how they need to get rid of him and this and that. He goes, Coach Richt said, "I see your frustration. I understand your frustration. I wasn't born yesterday. I've coached football for 25 years, so I know what I'm doing."
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I think he does.
I'm pretty sure he does.
I think he gets paid more money to know what he's doing than I think get paid to not know what I'm doing.
I agree. I mean, and he's very involved in the team, in the play calling, probably more than we're all aware of. It's just that they're wanting to play a certain way, and they just haven't been executing it very well. So, and that's something that I think, them bringing back the mat drills and them doing the different things that they've changed up. Mm-hmm. I think that's where they're headed, is the execution of everything, not spread them out, throw the ball, and then, or two tight ends, run the ball. They're working on execution. They're working on controlling the clock, because in SEC, you have to control the clock. You have to maintain a long drive to win the game. You're not going to see a lot of shootouts in the SEC. You've got to compete with those big defenses, and that's what they're working on. They just have to execute it better. And we talked about Coach Rick, and Kevin's got something on his page from Coach Rick's wife as well. He says behind every good man is a great woman. Catherine Rick said player behavior does more to affect her husband's mood than anything. And she goes on to say, losing games he doesn't like because he's such a competitor. But when the boys get in trouble, that affects him much more because he takes it personally. It really hurts his heart when the boys get in trouble. He's had some guys get in trouble. A few. He's had last year, year before last, he's actually thrown some off the team. Mm-hmm. This year he had a couple young kids get in trouble and get kicked off the team. Some of them were more involved than others, but you can tell, with his wife coming out and saying something like this, he does take it personally. He does want all his guys on the team to succeed, not just in football but in life altogether. So when he has to kick a playoff team, it's a very hard decision for him, but it's overall better for the team and for them to learn that lesson. Mm-hmm. So it's just something that he doesn't like to do.
I can't get into his Facebook page. This new Facebook thing's driving me crazy.
What can you not do? It's right here.
Yeah, it's on yours, but I can't get it on mine.
What, do you want the mouse?
No.
Here. No,
what's your mouse?
Quit
I don't
yelling.
know where your hands have been.
Yes, you do. Don't lie. You do know. Take the mouse. I don't want it no more.
No,
I got one over here I can play with. No, Tommy.
You still have to deal with every Friday. Gosh.
Does everybody see what I have to deal with every Friday? He does nothing but sitting over here and complain.
Nobody can see anything because this is the radio.
No, you see that little spot up there? There's
That's
a camera.
The ceiling.
No, that's a camera. I had it installed today so that everybody can see what I'm having to do.
Beware, he's got cameras.
I didn't tell you where the rest of them were. On a brighter side of things, the Diamond Dogs, the University of Georgia baseball team, is still undefeated, ranked number 8 in the nation.
Go Dogs!
It is. They are playing some great baseball right now. They've ripped through Winthrop. They've whipped through a couple of different of the maybe some smaller schools, but that have good baseball programs. Mm-hmm. Some teams you don't hear about until baseball season, like Cal State Fullerton. Other than in California, I've never been in California. I don't have a clue who they are.
Who?
Who? What's their mascot?
I have no idea.
I don't either.
Hey, if you know their mascot, call in and I'll give you a free latte.
Hold on.
770-382-1270. You can't Google it.
Oh, come on. What if I Google it on my phone? Can I Google it on my phone?
No, you can't Google it on your phone.
Crap. You never let me do nothing.
Yeah, I know. Georgia suffered a pretty nasty loss to Kentucky in basketball. 79-49. That was
in Lexington.
A rough one. Yeah, in Lexington. They were actually, I think they were one of the last teams to beat Kentucky in Lexington was
I believe so.
Georgia.
I believe so.
Yeah, they're Kentucky's 29-1, 15-0 in the SEC. I mean, they're good. If you're going to lose, I hope you go to a good team. But that's a pretty devastating loss. That's a 30-point deficit. That's a lot of three-pointers that could have been made. But Georgia still has had a good season this year basketball-wise. Hopefully they can continue to grow on that. And who knows, maybe come back and play Kentucky again later.
Well, I stand corrected on Georgia's baseball team. They actually lost their first game this past Wednesday.
You're fired.
I'm fired. But they are winning tonight. They're playing Western Illinois tonight, and they're leading 1-0 in the top of the 4th inning. So that they'll probably win this game and just move on with the rest of the season. But they are still ranked number 8 in the nation. Are you okay? What is going on over there?
I'm just reading some of the UGA news, and there's one of the Georgia players for a team, and I'm not going to say, but this individual was charged with trying to steal an order of hash browns from UGA's Bulldog Cafe in the Tate Center. She shoved it down her pants, John. Hash browns.
Holy crap.
You can't make this stuff up, folks. It's on AJC.com.
Oh, my
Hilarious.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that one's going to haunt that individual for a long time.
Quite some time.
You were the person that stole the hash browns in your pants.
I'm never going to look at hash browns the same way again.
If they sat down, would they be covered at that point?
Maybe. Oh, my God.
Oh, God alone. You can't make this stuff up, folks. You cannot make this stuff up.
You can, but it probably won't come out the same way.
This is real. This is real. I've got a really cool story if you want to talk about an inspirational story. I found when I was reading through. There's a gentleman, young man, he's junior in high school in Tallahassee, Florida. He only has one arm. He has both arms, but the right arm for him is not a functional arm. It's I don't know what you would call it. But anyways, he was born with a handicap, not able to use his right arm. This guy, as a freshman, was on the varsity team and their basketball team. Right now, he's a 6'4", 170-pound junior. Averages 19 points per game and 8 rebounds per game, playing for the Florida High Seminoles, and he hopes to play in college. If that isn't an inspiration to somebody that says, you know what, I may be out just, I don't think I'm that good, or I'm not big enough or smart enough or whatever. Look, this kid's got one arm, and he is absolutely just tearing up the courts. And in Florida, basketball is a big, pretty big deal. He averages 2.5 block shots and 2.9 steals per game. I mean, that's just a heck of an athlete. And I got some pictures of him here. He says there's one thing he wishes he could do is go to the right, because everybody knows he's always going to go left. But other than that, that's a heck of a player. 19 points a game. That's a good average.
I'd like to see him play.
I would love to see him play. I'm going to see if I can find some video footage on there. If you want to read about his story, though, again, it's on AJC Sports. I'm not a big AJC plugger fan, but AJC does do a good job on covering some of these sports. So if you get a chance, go check it out. Great inspirational story, especially if you're a coach or you're teaching a young team. This guy is someone to look up to.
Yeah, he definitely is, because he's doing something no one expected him to be able to do.
I'm sure he was told you can't do this at several points in his.
Oh yeah, I'm quite sure he was told multiple times, no, you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that. You're not gonna be very good at that. Well, he's showing all them.
Absolutely.
And
I hope to see him play in the next level.
I'd love to see him playing in the next level. I'm sure somebody will pick him up. I'm sure. Well, let me say, I hope somebody does, because this kid, he's got the skills. And he's playing very well. He's got the statistics.
I mean,
and it's only got one arm.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic. Close your eyes and don't look at his arm, and you hear his stats and watch him play. I mean,
yeah.
Think nothing of it.
If you didn't know he had one arm, there'd be schools all over this kid trying to get him to come play basketball.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Before we get any further, I did want to say welcome to our newest sponsor, Body by Vi, Visalis Sciences. Great way to stay healthy, lose weight. They've got a lot of great products. If you want to get in touch with anybody to learn how to get into these products, send Brandy an email at bnu8784@gmail.com. That's bnu8784@gmail.com. Send her an email, and she'll get back in touch with you and help you get on the right track. But moving on to some other SEC news, we all know Texas A&M and Missouri are leaving the Big 12 to come to the SEC.
Maybe we'll step up to the big leagues.
They're stepping up to the big leagues, and it's
serious going to get there.
I mean, and it's hurt the Big 12 some.
Yeah,
it really has. But they had to make an agreement, a cash settlement with the Big 12 to be able to be released from the conference to come to the SEC. And they're both going to pay the Big 12 $12.4 million just to change conferences.
We need to form a conference.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll do it for $100,000. You want to enter my conference?
Yeah. I mean, just you can
come on with it.
Come on. I mean, I'm
and
fine
if you
with
want to
it.
leave, it's going to cost you your arm and a leg.
That's right. I mean, $12.4 million just to change conferences.
Yeah, but you think how much, in all honesty, how little that means in the grand scheme of things with football. Their coach probably makes a third of that per year.
Well,
A&M's
got a new coach
in the stadium.
A&M's got a new coach.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, that's a big price tag to buy out, but that's going to help them come to the SEC. They're going to get better recruited. They're going to have better chances to be exposed to bigger games and chances to be bigger teams. And the Big 12, has still produced big teams. There's no disrespect to the Big 12. They produce good teams every year, but they can't compete conference to conference with the SEC in football.
No.
Basketball, different story. Different sports, different story, and we'll see how that affects their programs other than football, because we get very narrow-minded when we think about sports. At least I do, because
I do too.
I'm a football guy.
Me too.
And I like baseball, and I love gymnastics and track. I did track and field. I love those sports, but focus for me is on football. But there's a lot of implications for them. Again, it might help them bring more recruits to their track programs, to their swimming and diving, their gymnastics, things like that, coming to the SEC.
I mean, I can't remember the number. I think the number for West Virginia to leave the Big East was like $20 million. And,
ouch.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's, in the big scheme of things or anything, that's still a lot of money.
Absolutely.
And it's going to take them a couple years to recoup having to pay that, because they're also going to have to redo all the jerseys, all the signage at the fields, at the schools, change everything from the Big 12 to the SEC.
Oh, yeah.
Texas A&M right now has got billboards up all over the place. We're excited about coming to the SEC.
Yeah.
And they're more than happy to pay the money, but it's still going to take them some time to recoup the money.
I wonder what that money goes towards.
I don't know.
Somebody's getting a heck of a vacation.
Oh, yeah.
We sold 2 teams.
I mean, what about the bowl payouts? And it doesn't all go to the school.
Yeah.
It's split up amongst the conference.
It's crazy. Well, we got about 20 seconds left. You want to talk about a little bit of depressing news for our retired Georgia player, Hines Ward.
This hurts my feelings a little bit. He's always been one of my favorite players, whether he was playing in Athens or he's playing in Pittsburgh. Hines Ward was released by the Pittsburgh Steelers. He wants to play football in the NFL more. He's not wanting to skip a year or anything like that. He's wanting to continue his football career in the NFL. But if I've heard correctly, he has talked to Coach Rick about coming to Athens to coach.
Oh, buddy.
So that would be something very incredible.
Back to town.
Hines Ward was the franchise leader with 1,000 catches, 12,083 receiving yards. But that's a major accomplishment. But you've got to remember who else has been in that franchise. Lynn Swann being the biggest name.
Yeah.
And Hines Ward is the leader in
absolutely
franchise.
That would be a huge asset for recruiting, if nothing else. Recruiting for UGA. And I think at this point in his career, I don't know how many years Hines has got left on the field, but he could really be a great contributor to his alma mater and still maintain his level of integrity, in the game.
That's right. Well, Wilbur, we got about 10 seconds. I appreciate you being here tonight, and I really appreciate everybody listening to the Bartow Sports Showcase on News Talk AM 1270 WYXC.
Cartersville, Georgia.